Hello, welcome to this home updates. So I'm going to Vietnam in a couple of days. I'm going to be there for 10 days. I'm going with my dad and we're going to stay at my grandparents' house on their farm. Just visiting family, and we're also going to go to a wedding. We're going to a Vietnamese wedding, so I'm kind of excited for that because I've never been to a Vietnamese wedding before. I'm only going to be there for 10 days, so it's not too long, but I do have some things at the house that I want to get done before I leave. So it's just like a mix of random things. I'm gonna also give some updates on the balcony garden and what's been going on up there. Also, my parents and two of my brothers are coming tomorrow. We're just gonna hang out. My mom's gonna give me a haircut before we go to Vietnam. And we're gonna like take care of the garden together and just hang out. I'm going to Vietnam with my dad, but I'm not going with my brothers or my mom. The first little update I wanted to do is in the living room. Over here on this side of the living room, we used to have the love seat here, but then we gave it to my little brother. So now I'm mostly just using this shelf as a grow out area for some of my plants. So I have these track lights up here, these Soltech track lights, and then I have some other under the shelf grow lights. So because I was struggling with the space design-wise, I decided I'm just gonna use it practically. So I'm using it to grow some of my plants that need a good amount of light that I don't really know where to place inside of the house. For example, I have this kokedama that I made recently, and it's growing so well, looks very good. The moss is also growing out super nicely. And then I have some little seedlings that I'm growing out as well. I have a California morning glory and then an everfresh tree. Oh, and then there's this plant. It's called white star grass. So I'm getting this plant ready to use for a kokedama display that I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna make a video about making kokedamas, so I needed to prepare some plants. So that's what I'm doing with a lot of these plants. I'm like preparing them for something I'm going to do in the future. I have this grow light here, and I want to add another one underneath this shelf because I have another grow light, so might as well use it. Nice. So I have a few plants that I want to put down there underneath that grow light. And then I'll also probably have some little seeds that I start down there too. These two I'm the most excited about. This is this red one. This is a Euphorbia contifolia, also called smoke bush tree. And it has this really pretty red foliage. I feel like it's not easy to find red foliage like this in a lot of houseplants. So I love this deep red color. It lost a lot of its leaves in transit, but I'm planning, I think I'm gonna chop one of these back so that way it bushes out a little bit more. This next plant is something I haven't heard anyone talk about before. It is a Sparmannia africana, and I found this while on Pinterest. So I like a lot of like British style interior design, and I noticed that a lot of them have this tall serrated leaf houseplant tree looking thing inside of their house. I reversed image searched it and I found out that it was this. Mine doesn't really look like the Pinterest pictures yet, but yeah, I just need a place for it to grow out, and I might end up putting it outside. I'm just waiting maybe like a week or two for it to get used to these conditions, and then I'll look into putting it outside. But this is one I'm pretty excited about. I also received some new furniture pieces from a brand called Song Mics, who is the sponsor of this video. So they recently launched their Echo collection, and from that collection I got the shoe bench and the lounge chair. So the idea for this furniture piece was to house the filter for my aquarium and also the wires that I need to keep it running, and also as a shoe storage. However, the doors on this cabinet are not easy to open. They're very like, oh yeah, it doesn't sound good, right? They're not very smooth, and we end up not actually putting any of our shoes in here because it's just a hassle to use it. So yeah, they just end up on the floor near the entryway. So I got this shoe bench from Song Mics, and we are going to use it to store our shoes. It's just like a lot more functional, and it's easy to get access to our shoes. So this is a good storage option for us, and it just cleans up this area and tidies it up, because it always like looked very messy having the shoes all over the floor. And hello, Theo. This was also super easy to put together. The instructions were very clear. I put this together in less than like 15 minutes. And also the materials on this and the cushion It's all really nice and sturdy. And then Song Mike's also sent this very comfortable lounge. Oh, hello Theo. And then, yeah, they also sent over this very comfortable lounge chair, also in the Echo collection. The material and the feel and the cushiness, it's all very nice. I'll put the link to the chair and the entryway shoe bench in the description. And thank you so much to Song Mike's for sponsoring this video. Okay, Theo, we gotta get up. Gotta move on to the next topic. Here's the money tree, the Pateria aquatica that I repotted in my last plant repotting video. Let me move it out of here because we don't have that much sun right now, so it's difficult to see it. I like how it looks a lot, like the light green with the darker green leaves. I think it works well. I wish the trunk was a little bit bigger because there's so much of this area that isn't filled up. But that's fine. Hi Theo. Theo, you're being so clingy lately. But I added live moss on top and I think it looks pretty good. It's been on here for about 2 weeks now, I think. So it's doing pretty well. It still needs to settle and establish a little bit more, but overall it's doing well. I have live moss for sale now on my website. It is the same moss that I use for all of my plants, and I package it and I ship it by myself. Check it out, it's on my store. I've been working on adding more products to my storefront. I get a lot of like enjoyment from selling products. I don't know why, but it's always been something that I've been interested in. When I was like in 3rd or 4th grade, I was selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards on eBay. So I've always had like an entrepreneurial spirit in me. That's part of the reason why I haven't been posting as much this past month. It's been kind of hectic with me going to Vietnam in a couple of days, and then plant design client stuff, and then sponsorships and business things, like trying to add more products to my storefront, and then also doing my taxes. I hate doing taxes. But yeah, I'm not really complaining. Because I enjoy doing those things. Other than taxes, I don't like doing taxes, but I like doing the other stuff. But yeah, I look forward to more products on my storefront. Theo has been so clingy lately. So I think this started when we had Thunder. When we had Thunder, it was the first time that Theo's been exposed to that, and he was so scared and like trembling, and he would always want to sit on my lap. And then also when we had the winds that were super loud and crazy, he was also the same and like so skittish, and yeah, I don't know, ever since then he's kind of just been like more attached to me, which may not be a good thing, but I don't know. He's just so cute. Okay, so we have some new plants here on this bench. I moved the books that were here because people were like, your books are gonna get faded from the sunlight. So I moved them into a less sunny spot over there. But let me show you these new plants that I have, because yeah, they're pretty cool, I think. The first new one is this plant. It's in a Hasami porcelain planter, but this is called Pereskia. The new leaves emerge this reddish pink color, and I'm thinking of chopping. Okay, this whole video is just Theo like jumping on me like this. Like he just wants me to hold him. Look at this. See, now he's content. And then this next plant is a Streptocarpella, and look at these very beautiful purple flowers. I don't know if I've shown this to you all already, but I can't remember. But yeah, isn't this so cute? And it's a flowering plant indoors, which is really cool because typically you can't find that many plants that flower indoor. And this one also flowers all the time, year round apparently. And look at these cute little flowers. They look like pinguicula flowers. I also kind of like the foliage. It's like fuzzy and kind of soft looking. So my next plant is a kokedama. I just made this maybe a week ago. It is a Sephora prostrata, and then the ball is made with sheet moss. Really like how it looks so far, and it's actually already starting to put out new leaves, which is a little bit surprising to me. I love making kokedamas right now. I'm really into it. I have this kokedama book that I've been looking at for inspiration. It is called Moss Ball Bonsai, and my favorite part is the end where it gives a bunch of different plants that you can use for kokedamas. A lot of these I can't find in the US because this book is written by a Japanese person, so they have different kind of plants available to them in Japan. This is the south facing window, so we get a ton of direct light that comes in But I think this is like double paned glass and it has UV protection or something, because nothing ever burns here. Even if I put like a plant that hasn't acclimated to direct sunlight, like nothing ever burns in this south facing window. Because of all of the crazy winds, all of the leaves on my lemon tree blew off, and almost all of the leaves on my flowering maple also blew off, but it's okay because I think those leaves were on their way out anyway, because on the flowering maple, the only leaves that are left are the new growth that's coming out. Here is my tomato plant. I think this is like my plant that I'm most excited for right now. Yeah, I had to bring it inside because the wind was just destroying this thing. Also, I was already thinking this, but I did get a lot of comments about it, and they were pretty much saying like you shouldn't leave your pots on the wood without a saucer, because, you know, it can rot the wood because of all the excess moisture. So I am bringing up a bunch of these bricks, and I'm using them to elevate the planters. That way the moisture isn't just stuck on the bottom the entire time. In this planter, I didn't know what I wanted to put in here, so I decided let's just put in California native wildflower seeds. So I had a seed packet from Hardy Californians, the people that helped design my native plant garden. So yeah, they gave me a seed packet with a bunch of different wildflowers, so I just spread them around in this bed, and a ton of them are already sprouting. I think I might have put too many seeds in, so might need to do some thinning out later. I'm really excited to see what all of my plants are gonna look like when I come back from Vietnam, because, you know, when you like see your plants every day, you can't notice the change as much, but if you're gone for like 3 days or more, when you return, you really see a difference. Okay, and then in this planter, oh, there's always a ton of bees in this, but I planted the rosemary, and it's actually growing pretty well. It's like sending out new growth, and I like how, or I'm excited to see how it's gonna look when it kind of grows over this raised bed. And then I had another little tomato seedling, and I just put it in here. I don't know how well it's gonna do, but yeah, I just have that in there. And then in the middle section, I planted a bunch of water spinach seeds, and they are starting to sprout a little bit. I see some coming out of the ground. And then over here on this side, I put a ton of cilantro seeds. So these are actually cilantro seeds from my dad's garden. He gave me these cilantro seeds last year, and I just planted them now. But yeah, so many little cilantro plants. And cilantro is used a lot for Vietnamese dishes, so it's good to just have access to it all the time. I need to do a little bit of reorganizing up here on the balcony. I'm gonna do that off camera. And then later today, Chris and I are gonna go to IKEA, and then my parents are coming tomorrow morning, and that's gonna be fun. We're just gonna like garden and hang out. I think it feels like it's been a while since y'all have seen my parents. I will see you tomorrow with my parents and my brothers. Goodbye. So they picked up Christopher like 10 minutes ago. Yo, who is it? Who's here? Who's that?
Oh, that's a nice shoe rack.
Hello, Christopher.
Hello.
This is youngest brother. Other brother, second oldest, Nicholas.
Oh, no.
You brought your plates?
Put that away. I haven't been using your money. I'll let you know that. It's been my own money.
I'm fine.
Here, Christopher, one Vietnamese words, but I don't know any English words.
Okay, so we have big bamboos over there.
Big bamboo over there.
Yeah, so I wanted to cut that. And then here I have, this is the water spinach, ramung. Beautiful flower. It smells good. Well, I don't know. Do you think it's too thick? This is the bamboo that we're gonna use for the clothing line, and also to use it to put up the lights. Oh, it's really light. You think it's stuck? 5 feet?
Wine. Oh, one fight, one fight.
Okay. Okay, we're actually gonna go to the Ace Hardware and get the clothing line wire because we don't have the wire. We're gonna look for different options instead of using the rope because we think it'll look nicer and also it'll be more long-term, which I think would be good. So we just got back from the hardware store. We have some clothing line, some clothing pins. What is this? And then here's some hardware. We're gonna try using these and some washers to attach the bamboo to the support beams. And then this is what we're gonna use. Oops. Oh. Christopher's laughing at me. Okay. And then this is what we're gonna use to attach the clothing line to the bamboo. Now we're drilling the holes for the clothesline. So we drilled the other side already, so now we're just finishing this off. My dad knows like all types of different knots. I don't know where he learned it from. Wait, didn't we buy you a knot book one time for like Father's Day?
Yes, go back and hold and pull it. That's it. Easy?
Yeah.
There are a lot of different ways of doing it. This one way.
And then it ties. Oh yeah.
Okay, the chest.
Yeah. So now you tie it
do
all
it?
the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember, I think.
There you go. Hold right here, so one slide back.
Hold right here.
Over
Okay.
there. You slide back.
So we actually don't have a washer or a dryer at our house, so we go to the laundromat. So I feel like it'd be nice to sometimes be able to hand wash stuff and then dry it on the clothesline. I like air dried stuff anyway. What do you think, Dad?
Cheap,
So now we're working on putting these lights up. But look at the clothesline. I love how this looks. It's also very practical and it fills in some of the space. I like how we use the bamboo and not the... I was thinking of just getting like wood posts, but I think the bamboo looks really cool.
Yeah, we use it.
So I just potted these up. This one is cilantro and these are chives. My parents brought me these vegetables from their garden to grow here. I have cilantro seeds planted and they're sprouting right now. But my dad brought me a full plant already, so it's kind of nice to have that. And we're gonna use these herbs for spring rolls that we're making right now. But otherwise, like, look at the balcony. It looks so good. Look at these onions that came from my dad's yard. These are huge. I wonder, do they taste any different? I know.
What else is spicy sometimes? Artificial flavoring.
Korean food, they use a lot.
You can use this. What are all the vegetables? What are all the vegetables?
What?
I don't even know what it is.
Fish eye,
Oh.